Alright everyone, so today we're going to dive into some news that happened in this first week of September, okay? We're going to start with this one. Google rolls out AI power asset optimization for demand gen ads, okay? Because similar to what we have in Meta, now the display campaigns can be more automated using AI. So basically, this is how it works, this one right here. Like Google AI enhances images with adaptive layouts and generate variations of creative assets like vertical or square videos from horizontal ones, right? There are also text suggestions similar to Meta again, generate an image and a new AI power image editor and to streamline campaign setup and performance testing. If you don't know what a demand gen campaign is in Google, basically is a campaign. For example, now if you want to run solely YouTube ads, you have to pick this campaign. You have to start, obviously, if you want to optimize for conversions. If you want just video views, you can create solely a YouTube campaign one. But if you want to drive conversions through a YouTube video, you need to create a demand gen campaign, which encompasses Gmail, display, the discovery on YouTube feed, those images on YouTube feed, and YouTube, right? But you still can go only with YouTube, but you need to create a demand gen campaign and uncheck the placements, um, display and Gmail placements, right? That's basically a demand gen campaign. It's one campaign with three placements: YouTube, Gmail, and discovery displays. Okay, so let me continue with this. Video image enhancements are enabled by default and new campaigns with manual opt-out available per ad. Very interesting, right? So also there's a landing page preview feature, shows users snapshot of what to expect post click, building trust and click through retention. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I don't know if there's an example here of how it looks in the ads manager, but well, that's fine. Well, let's move forward. We got this one here for this week. Meta shares more info on incremental attribution tracking. Okay, let's try to understand this one. This is September 3rd. It's this week. You likely noted a change in your attribution tracking options over recent months, but if you haven't, you now have more ways to measure ad performance based on expanded response tracking powered by AI. Let's see. So, what Meta announced? Initial launch its incremental attribution setting, which aims to give you more insight into expanded conversions that can be linked back to your ads, as opposed to its traditional rules-based attribution metrics. Okay, as far as I understand, our current rules are like the 7 day attribution click, 1 day fill, and 1 day engagement, if I remember correctly. You can like interchangeably opt to stick to one of these or the three of them together, right? So in basic terms, Meta's standard attribution settings enable you set parameters around conversion tracking, which will then indicate whether someone who saw your ad went on to make a purchase within a certain time window. Let me read this again. Standard enable you to set parameters around conversion tracking, which will then indicate whether someone saw your ad went on to make a purchase. Okay, with our current attribution window, right? But that's a fairly loose measure of actual ad response, and as its AI system improved, Meta has now added incremental attribution option, okay, which it believes can be better connect the dots between engagement and conversion. There's documentation here, okay. To reflect this, with his refreshed explainer, its attribution models provide more context on the new process, okay. So basically, it's a difference on how they're doing this stuff, how they're measuring this stuff. Is not so much on how we can control the ads. So it's cool to know, but I don't know if it'll change our daily basis as media buyers, right? It's just how they attribute the sales. But that's fine. Let's see this other new hill. Let's move forward. Meta will enable users to exclude terms from AI cop outputs. That's a small feature and it's interesting. Look, we can have a glance here. Restricted words. So Meta's provide another way to advertisers to better guide their AI generated ads, with marketers now able to list words. Oh, okay, I see. So now if the AI generates automatically the texts, I can say specifically don't use this, don't use that. Okay, restricted words. Specify if there are certain words or phrases you don't want to appear in AI generated text options. Yeah, as I said, that's interesting. The rest of this new is just the details. If you want to check it out, check this link over here right at the top. I don't know if I can put on YouTube. Yeah, but if you want, drop a comment and I can send to you. That's fine. Let's move forward. Let's see. Google enhances campaign filters with new checkboxes. That's interesting. There's one that rolled out, I think, past month. That's why I did insert it here. But now, the discovery campaign. If you are running a discovery campaign, you probably noticed that. Sorry, a PMax, a Performance Max campaign. The Performance Max campaign, for those of you that don't have any idea, the Performance Max 1 is one which encompasses search, YouTube. It's basically everything into one campaign and take even more days to optimize. But once it is optimized, it tends to perform really well. But unfortunately, it's not able to break down by channel until past month. Now, some accounts, I checked my one that had a higher ad span was released, but the other one they didn't roll out. Basically, you can break down by channel. It's really interesting, right? So we also have this one, Google enhances campaign filters with new check boxes. Okay, so these simple check boxes should make it much easier to filter and manage your campaign. Google has a new subtle but powerful feature. Console help manage your campaigns. New checkboxes are available to let you select the campaigns you want to filter. Will only show those campaigns. Previously, you were only able to select one campaign at a time, but now you can select multiple campaigns. And what it looks like, here's a full screenshot. Okay, let's see. Okay, campaign, check campaigns you want to select. Okay. Why we care? This is new checkbox allow you to manually filter by more than one campaign at a time, allowing you to apply and manage your campaigns more efficiently. You can compare multiple campaign performances at the same time. Oh, okay. No, but we already have that. Let me know if we already had that, right? Because it's just to check the campaigns and then you can filter by selection. Yeah, we have that. We already have that. I don't understand. This was posted this week. Oh, enhances. There's new check boxes. Okay. Oh, it's just a small detail. That's fine. One campaign at a time, but now we can select multiple. No, we're able to select multiple campaigns. I think we already have that, but that's fine. Let's move. Maybe that was released to all the accounts. Yeah, but basically something that we have for a long time on Meta, where you select each campaign, you can filter the campaigns you selected instead of doing another filter. Okay, so this one was posted on September 3rd. Unlock new loyalty features in Google Ads and Merchant Center. Okay, that's a very specific one. Let's see. 61% of U.S. adults say the top draw of personalized shopping experiences is a loyalty program that's tailored to their preferences. That's why we're introducing new loyalty offerings to help retailers retain lasting relationships and showcase their programs on Google. So they can now personalize member-only pricing, ship, and benefits across both free and paid listings on Google, driving deeper engagement with their most valuable shoppers. Take Sept US, which uses personalized annotations to show sign-in shoppers specific discounts based on their loyalty tier, resulting in 20. Well, that's very specific and very interesting. I'm not using too much this type of campaign, but for those of you who are using, drop a comment here, your thoughts on this, right? So let's see this other new hit, like marketing API upcoming change to dynamic media default opting. Let's see. September 1st, we'll begin defaulting the dynamic media field, media type automation, to opting for Advantage Plus catalog ads, single image carousel, and collection formats. This change brings parity with Ads Manager, which has a dynamic media toggle on by default. Another stuff already toggle on. Okay. Increasing creative liquidity and improving utilization of catalog product video assets to drive better performance. This change will affect all Advantage Plus catalog ads created using the marketing API after the launch date and be applied to single image carousel and collection formats. Let's see the before and after. Before, dynamic media is disabled by default for Advantage Plus catalog ads via the API, and after, dynamic media will be enabled by default for these ads unless explicitly opt out. When will developers need to implement the code change? Well, that's fine. Well, but that's, yeah, a small change, but always improving. Let's see. What was the last new? Hold on a second. I got right here. Threads. It's about threads. It's about threads. It's about threads. Let's see. Threads now supports big text attachments. Okay. It's this one. Attach text to your threads, post and share longer perspectives. This one was posted September 4th. We're rolling out a new feature that lets you attach up to 10,000 characters of text to a post. And post with text attachments, you can link out to your content, helping your audience discover fresh, interesting takes on. Okay, that's not so related to ads, but is more related to social media in general, but that's fine. Okay, these were all the news for this week, guys. The ads news. Comment here what are your thoughts on it. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I guess a spell new bomb. The spell says those who do not subscribe to this channel will never reach a return ad spend over 2. You've got no option, my friend. Subscribe, don't wait, hit that button for real. Transform your hustle, make the most of the deal. Clicks and leads from the screen to the sky. Media buyer for coaches, take your biz on a high. Course creators gather, ain't no time to lag. Ads sharpened up like a knife in a drag. Content so slick, make your wallet go swoon. Meta algorithms got you rich by noon.